I'm just gonna introduce you guys the candidates that we have. As you all know that we have 3 teams running this semester, so it's quite competitive. And okay, so the first team that will be giving their presentation is Ruth, Pierre, and Hopin. While the second team that will be presenting is Amy, Ji, and Changmin. And the last team will be Aileen, Tom, and Leah. So yeah. So are you guys ready? I mean, you guys okay? So let's not waste any more time and let's get started with Ruth team. So please give them a round of applause. To present
No microphone?
I don't think we need it. Can you guys hear us or do we have
Yes,
microphone?
we can hear you.
Wait until Ginger starts taking the time.
Okay. You may start now.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ruth Nance. We're in the team called RPH, R, Ruth, Pierre, and Hopin. First, we're going to introduce ourselves, and then we'll get into the stuff. So this is a picture of me way back then. Pretty much describes who I am. I'm always hungry, and there's always McDonald's somewhere around me. So I'm a third semester IT advanced. I've been in GSA for 3 consecutive semesters, and obviously. And then I'm also a party lover, always hungry to study before, and I'm a tad sarcastic, which is true when you know me, and whenever I talk to you, technically. So next is Pierre.
So hi everyone, my name is Pierre. I'm a third semester ITFM 2. I'm not representative in GSA, however I'm working in a Korean company that is called Hyosung, for those of you who know it. Some people that know me might know that I'm a social drinker, so I drink when necessary. Casual smoker is the same, and a loving friend. I think some of my best qualities are that I'm optimist and patient, which I think will prove to be really useful in GSA. And also very honest person, and then Saki and sassy at time, that's for the people who already know me. And then moving on to Hofit.
Hi, I'm Hofit. I'm first semester and I'm studying KSP. I'm like super swag, then like I'm super cool. And I'm Jewish and I'm from Israel, for those who don't know me. I hate cats, so sorry. I'm a dog person and I'm very outspoken and very kind. My friends know that. That's it.
Okay, so now we'll be going into the academic part. So our aim is to interact more with our clubs that we have now, the Japan Club, the other ones, and then for outside clubs as well, there's many of them. Obviously most of them speak Korean, which is typical for most, but some of them actually do speak English, and a lot of us are actually in clubs, so we plan to interact more. And then courses outside GSIS. A lot of people don't know that you can take MBA classes or how to do it or so on, or how to go out and take classes at other schools, which you can. So we'll do an information session on that. I myself take class at an MBA at the beautiful business school, and I'm so happy in there. And then, so the academic conference, we're probably going to switch that up for next semester since we've been having trouble for the past few semesters, so it's probably going to be way different to the usual scenario. And then more integration with other specialties, which means when we had OT in the first semesters were here, there was a question raised about which courses to do for KSP, and since KSP is a very small number of people that actually attend it, nobody knew anything. So we plan to inform the incoming reps and so on all about the majors, so when the first semesters do come, they get the information they need for the courses they have to sign up anyways. And then the whole TARA offers, there's so much we can do about that because technically it all goes down to the professor and who he wants to pick, but we will try to make it more including, like make it more informative for the people who want to get it. Onward.
Okay, so events on this matter, we're gonna do an event board. That means we're gonna have in the GSA, like the boards there, we're gonna put some part that's gonna be, for example, for job offers or whatever students want to put there. That is like activities or something that makes them their own space in GSA, not only Facebook, but also like in our area. First semester activities, that means MT and OT are gonna stay, obviously. But we're also going to do that. kind of goes with the P2P. P2P is nice, but it kind of excludes first semesters from the other upper semesters. And we think it's a bad idea to leave it like that, because for first semester, it's really important to integrate with the upper semesters. It makes them feel more inside and feel more belong. And this is something we're going to aim for. And student-led activities, that means we're going to let students, and that also goes with surveys, we're going to do a survey that we're going to put some offers for activities, and students can pick out of it what they want to do, like what sounds more fun for them. And student-led activities also is that we're going to do stuff more like movie night and what else we had? Movie night and quiz nights and more like fun things that can bring whole semester all together.
So with the student-led activities, we're aiming on doing not a P2P, but instead, first we'll start out that way. We'll have first semesters and we'll integrate them with all the merchandise you can do and all the information about the school. And then the next, it'll be like probably most likely a weekly or bi-weekly scenario. For the first event, we're aiming to have like some board game nights and quiz nights. And then from then on, the nights after would be student suggested nights. So if people want to have movie nights, or if the Japan Club wants to do something with us, then we could do that too. Because a lot of students here think that GSA only does events that we want. So we want to get away from that idea.
Okay, so moving on to another point of focus is that we want to look at relationship outside of GSIS. So one of the first things that we didn't mention in the slide, but that's actually appearing all along the thing, is that we would like to start some fundraising. So whether we do bakery sales or like breakfast at GSA, it's an opportunity for students to maybe pay a small fee, then GSA gets more money, and then in return we can create more events and do more things for you. So that's one thing that we'd like to look at, because I don't think it's been done over the past semesters. Regarding the grad school network, we feel that like the past GSA, there has been a lot of focus on getting integrated with undergrad in Yonsei, which we don't think actually really fits, because it's not exactly the same background as us. But then you have other grad schools where they have a more international background and they know how to speak English, and eventually it kind of fits with us. So this is something that we would like to look at, so more connections with the MBA and the business school in particular. So like as Ruth said, she's taking classes in the business school, and they apparently actually invited her to the class dinners and things like this. So maybe there's some cooperation that can be done between the two schools to get something better out of it. Volunteering is something that we added because we realized that it's actually really important in Korean culture, and it's something that you actually want to put on your resume. And also we feel like the more we increase the reputation of the school, the more people know about it, and the more value our degree gets. So we think that's something that we can work on, and from what we've seen so far, there's been a lot of tree initiative. There's a lot of call in the winter where you can go like pass around, go to shelters, do some food and clothes collect and things like this. So that's something that will help the school to get a better, to be out there. Job offers, that's something that was done the previous semester. So it's getting the GSA members to actually look for offers. So whether it's language exchange or tutoring or part-time waiters or things like this. So it's actually trying to give the students the opportunity to get some kind of professional life and learn more about Korean work culture and corporate culture. So this is something that we really focus on, and try to put the offers in the board in the GSA lounge and try to get people involved and eventually create a network like this. And the last point is, I don't know about you, but then when I look at a school, I'm trying to see what kind of career the graduates have, what kind of path they've been following, what kind of salary they can get out of it. And I think this is a big information that is missing in our school, is that we all do the school, and some of us think it's nice, others not so much, but then there's a lot of people who don't really know what they're going to do after that, or what kind of power the degree gets them. So we really want to focus on this and the relationship with alumni, try to get more information about what they are doing now, what kind of path they have followed, where they have been moving, and what kind of expectations we can have from that degree. And that will be all for us. Thank you.
remain calm.
Yeah, so try to speak very loud so the
Trying to, yeah. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you may start now.
Alright. So, hello everyone. My name is Amin. Here's Sunmin and Yusuf. Thank you for coming for the debate today to share your ideas and like help us share our ideas with you. We're first going to start actually by wishing a very happy birthday to Sunmin. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. I didn't know what I just said, so I just put it at the last second.
I missed last meeting, so
So, yeah, before we're trying to introduce ourselves, so like we're trying to know who we are and why choose us. So first, right here, it's, so like I came to Korea 6 years ago. I came here in 2010 under UNESCO scholarship. And then I did my undergrad here in Korea. And then during my years, I tried to like gather as much experience, work experience as possible. I knew that here it's very, very important to learn Korean if you want to get a job in Korea, because you're only here for 2 years right now. So either you have to develop your skills, your soft skills, in order to get a job in Korea or outside of Korea. And then you can see here, I've worked in Korea, I have participated in volunteering activities, and then I've took some of the leadership positions. I've worked like with Korean International Trade Associations. I'm currently working at the World Federation of the United Nations Associations. And we'll introduce, this is like pictures of me, like I went to events like in and outside of Korea, but we can like talk about Sunmin. Sunmin can introduce yourself.
hello guys, this is Hangmin. And previous experience in GSI is for 2 semesters. I usually like in charge of the merchandising and practice. And I think that I'm kind of good communication and negotiation skills. Maybe as a GSA member, we got to lots of trade negotiation outside of school, holding like party and holding a space. Maybe we need communication and negotiation skills. I think that I'm pretty good at this. And also I previous work experience in China. That's why I know how to work with the teams and how to solve problem. And people might think that I'm kind of too positive and easygoing and kind of relaxed, but I never fail what I have to do, and I always get my things done. So I'm kind of ready to be responsible. So next is the D. This is the picture. I don't have lots of pictures. I put this creative stuff.
My name is Delacio Maria. I've been here for 2 semesters. This is my second. So I've had the chance to experience GSA as a student, and now I am also a member. So I thought it would be a nice step to move on and try to be vice president. I'm really familiar with all the GSA events. I've been able to attend most of them last semester and this semester. So I'm actually a really good, the best listener. I'm actually a really good listener. I don't know who was the best, but I'm a good listener, and I hope I can listen to all you and try to, use everything that you guys say to improve next semester as well. And those are some pictures of the MT and Becky Underwood.
That's my picture.
Right, so we're trying to talk about our goals first. So our ultimate goal is to get GSIS here. I can't, this for me, I always wish that I studied here in this building, but anyways, let's concentrate on our goals. So the first goal is to build this strong network in GSIS. I believe that you only have 2 years, we all have 2 years in GSIS right now, and then we have to build as much strong networks and good quality network as we can. So I believe that the experiences I had in Korea and the networks I had I can help with hosting the events that can actually benefit everybody. A lot of people don't know that we just had an urban, there's an urban forum that's going to be in Seoul on June with Seoul government and UNESCO and then CityNet. There was another event to trade law. Next weekend is going to be a UNDP, UN NPI NGO conference. those are the things that we have to do. Like if you go to these events, you have the opportunity to network with people. You have the opportunity to like make people know you, because sometimes this is all you need. They say it's not the grades you have, it's not only the grades you have, it's the hands you shake. So for 2 years, my advice would be to like just shake as much hands as possible in order to get a job here and or outside of Korea. Right? So for the networking opportunities, we're trying to concentrate on external events. So anything that has to do with the events that's happening in Korea. Korea is a big metropolitan, a lot of events. Unfortunately, we don't know about it. So if you're connected, if you're well connected, if you know people, and if you know the events, which I'm ready to share with you, because there's a long list of events. And if you can just go to those events, you'll be surprised how many opportunities there are out there. Right? So at the same time, we're trying to connect with with other GSIS. We have SNU right now. Korea Foundation, almost all the interns are from SNU. Why is there no one from Yonsei? Why, like, a lot of people. This is the GSIS, SNU might be connected, but we have to collaborate together. We have to organize events together in order to get better opportunities and in order to rise together. Because if we don't collaborate together, nobody's like trying to reach for the top. You're not going to do it alone, right? Yeah, next slide. The second part of the list.
Next, we're going to talk about creating a language exchange program. Right now, a lot of people come to Korea in order to learn the language and to experience the culture. But there's a lot of barriers to that. Like, it's really hard to learn the language if you don't really have many opportunities to practice it. And for that, we need a language exchange. So we're thinking about opening a language exchange specifically through GSA. So how we're going to do this? We're going to do this by creating a database system. So at the beginning of next semester, we're hoping to let the students fill out a survey form and then later put that information into a database so that the students can have access and then we can match them for a language exchange. And then here I made a very simple version of what I hope to do. So first, they can input your information over there, first name, last name, and the rest. And then, next slide, we can find what day they're available, and later we can match the people who are available for the same day with the same language that they want to learn and trade with. So that's what I want to do. So here you can see that you can match two people who really want to learn Vietnamese and French for some reason. So I think this would be a really good way to just make it really real and interesting, and I hope we can use it next month.
There's actually one thing I wanted to add is also, like during your 2 years in Korea, you see the jobs that are in Korea, they're almost required Korean. Like almost no job is only English. So first, it will allow the foreigners to learn Korean language if they're interested in working here in Korea. But the second advantage will be for Koreans to learn a new language that will make them stay like beyond like their applicants. So this, like, I think, yeah, developing skills is a very, very important important issue here. Right.
Here, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, supporting collaboratively. This is kind of my idea because as a member of the basketball and the badminton team, I kind of said that like they don't get any fun from this school. So like, sorry, I gotta mention that. Congratulations for people of GSIS, we got new Japanese club. So I'm sure that it's like it's a great move for better GSIS. But unfortunately, there's still some clubs that are not getting funded at all by school. So if we get elected, we are going to financial aid those clubs are not getting funded. Okay, some people might gonna question that like, how are we gonna make budget? How are we gonna make budget for defunding the clubs? Okay, not this. My answer is like, okay, from presidency, actually, for my previous two semesters GSA experience, actually GSA have enough budget. Actually, we tried our best, but actually, it must be there's some waste. So we try to minimize the waste and try to fund them. It's not gonna be a big burden. Also, like additionally, Dean said that from the alumni, next semester GSIS budget gonna be increased. So there's a very high possibility there will be increasing GSA budget. So we're gonna make this chance and try to fund those club are not getting funded by school. So let them feel that they're also part of the GSIS.
A lot of people are actually interested in like funding clubs or like being part of a club, but we're trying to like see like first like know which are the clubs that might interest people, and then at the same time help funding those clubs if possible, and then also like try to promote those events in clubs with of course the GSIS leadership.
Okay, next, monthly budget report. I think that the GSA budget is collected by each student. Here we are. That's why it's not about some people like just concerned about the financial transparency. It's about just naturally student body have right to see how and where the money are used. So like that's the reason why we're going to do monthly budget report. So we're going to like budget reports every between night, and we're gonna post it in front of the GSA office, and any student body can see and can come to the 4th floor GSA office and check, how the money, where and how the money used. I think it's gonna be great helpful for better financial transparency.
So there's one more thing actually I wanted to talk about. We have to study hard during our 2 years in GSIS, but at the same time we have to party too. So we're trying to increase the quality of the parties, the quality of the events we have within GSIS and outside of GSIS. So for that, from 2012 actually, I've been a team manager in Sky Events, social youth clubs here in social Korea youth in Korea. We're trying to organize parties. Those parties you see here are all free for international students. We try to get international students, exchange students from all the top universities in Korea, and we brought them to those parties. If you were here from 2012 till now, you could have like heard about those events. We're like most of our parties were in Gangnam. So I personally know a friend DJ that can that invites international students for free because the clubs want to attract more international students.
You have 3
Right.
more minutes.
Yeah, 3 more minutes. We're done actually. So we would like, as a team, the team's name is the Doers for a Mission. We would like to thank you very much for your attention, and we hope to do for you to pick the best choice of like the teams. Thank you very much.
You may start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're Change, etc. We're gonna start off from a little introduction of ourselves. Yep. So the reason why we'll call Change, etc. is because of our initials. My name is Eileen. I'm a 2nd semester, and I am from Singapore. So I am running for president, and my 2 vice presidents are over here. Just something about myself. I'm a big foodie. I have been really involved in also student activities all the way from college, even before college, and the reason why I decided to run with my team today is because I feel that there are things in the school that can be improved, and one of them is the student organization, and this is what our team hopes to bring, and that's why we're entitled Change, etc. And now I'll let my VPs introduce themselves.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Tom. In case you don't know me, I'm a 3rd semester from the Netherlands. Since most of you don't know, I actually was a GSA member way back when with Edward and Ruth in my 1st semester. After that, I've been attending most of the events, and I think I've seen quite a lot of things happen in GSA, and I think, as I said, there's a lot of room for change. So other things about myself, well, I'm actually in a soccer team for like the last 3 semesters, so I hope you come and support us tomorrow. But that aside, other interesting things about me include that I've done a master's degree in finance, so I know how to do with numbers, and that's one of the things that we aim to make better, to do better within the GSA.
And I'm Claire. I'm from Taiwan. I'm actually one of the 1st semester representatives of GSA currently, and I actually have previous experience in student council when I was in college. And a fun fact about me, I laugh very easily and I laugh a lot.
Okay, so moving on. Today what we would like to talk to you about are the things that we're running on, meaning our platform. All the things that were suggested, we have things that we want to keep, things that we want to change, things that we want to bring to GSA, and this is how we'll be talking about it.
So we would like firstly to keep cultural events. This is something that the current executive started and which I was a part of like during my time as a GSA member now. And some of the activities, if you have seen posters, if you haven't been, are like the kimbap night or the movie night. And what we promise is that we would like to bring this next semester and more. So these events are essentially like free. And we just hope that this can be a place where students can come together and get to know each other across semesters, it doesn't matter. So some of the movies that we're proposing is, this semester we did like a Korean movie night. And so I'm proposing that next semester, because a lot of people are also interested in cultures of other countries, we are proposing like a Chinese movie night, obviously with subtitles. And perhaps even like, if you recognize this poster, it's a Norwegian movie. And so it's really popular internationally, so we are confident that we can bring this to you. And the reason why you see Pijeongsan Hwaedam here is because we are also hoping to kind of have like a cultural roundtable. I know a lot of people have questions like, when you meet someone from like Morocco or like Singapore or Israel, you have all these questions, but you don't really have time in between class to kind of get to know this. So we hope to bring these students together, for example, like Chinese culture Q&A roundtable, and you sit down, whatever questions you have about Chinese culture, any superstitions that we have, whatever, we are here to answer you. It's just like a free and easy place for people to talk. Yes. And next will be Tom talking about the next thing that we would like to do.
Right, so as I mentioned before, I did a master's degree in finance, and one of the things that has been lacking, I feel, in GSA is like there's no openness about the financial numbers. I mean, like full disclosure. I want to show you guys how much money do we get from the office, what's going to happen with those student fees that you pay, or most of you probably do not pay, because you're wondering why you're paying them for in the first place. So we first set up with a budget at the beginning of the semester. Of course, this is tentative. We cannot know how much money is going everywhere, right? So we start off and we show you we get this much money from the office, you guys gave us this much money through the fees, and this is what we plan on doing with it. So to make sure that it's actually transparent and show what we actually did with the money, we also, within 3 working days, show what we spent and on what. So we get like, you should think about a Facebook page or even an email if that's what you prefer, with all the details so you can see what's happening with the money. So to give an example, like this is how our campaign looked like. We got the budget for 100,000 won, we spent 39,400 on the snacks you've seen on the table, and most of you recognize a lot of faces that has some of those snacks. 30,000 for the postcards and 5,000 for the posters. So as you can see, we saved in the budget, we have money left, and we can do other things with that for another event.
Yeah. So you can expect more of these kind of simple charts, kind of like show you how money is spent, where it's appropriated. If you have any questions, you can ask us. And next is this. Yeah, so Claire will cover this. So another thing that we think will be nice to be included is a guide to life, especially for Yonsei. For a lot of us, new students and current students, we have a lot of questions about housing, how to use the main library, and how to borrow books from other universities. And we know the answers are out there, but to make life easier, we will make a handbook and a guidebook for people to answer these questions. And the pictures above are actually examples that Eileen and I have done in our previous student council positions. We would like to include where to eat and like good places to social and like useful Korean apps and housing and online shopping tips in the guidebook. Yep. So as what you can see, this is what I did in 2013 when I was with the Singapore Student Association in Beijing. That was more like a pre-departure guide for Singaporean students preparing to go abroad. And obviously the focus of our guide at Yonsei will be a little bit different, but we do understand that we want to make it a place where we can have all this information in one place where people can just download at the ease of their rooms at home and look through it. If they have any more questions, they can actually just leave a message on the Facebook page like people already do. Because we think that this is a lot easier than just, and sometimes people are shy, they don't really want to go up there and like, hi, how can I get this book from SNU to Yonsei and stuff like that. So we want to bring this to you.
Right, so in the kind of like we start looking for different movies, we also want to make sure that we cater to the diversity in Yonsei. There's a lot of different people around here from all over the world, a lot of different customs, and some of them, for example, don't like to eat meat. So what do we want to do? We want to make sure that there's also cater to those people. For example, if there's a pizza pino, everybody comes together. Instead of having the pepperoni pizza instead, you might just have the kimbap without meat, or the cheese pizza instead. I thought that. Okay, I'll slow down. So second, of course, we all like to drink. It's, well, not everybody likes to drink, and that's the thing. So after we have the samgyeopsal, the typical samgyeopsal place, usually a second round of drinks, but it doesn't have to be this way. You can also have like Bingsu for a second round, for example. So we want to make sure that people who prefer other second rounds are also capable of doing so. Because, but this also starts with like the samgyeopsal. You can have dakgalbi and stuff for people who don't like to eat pork. So with all these, I think we feel it's very easy to, for once in a while, don't do samgyeopsal, do something else, do something different, and therefore cater to all the diversity we have around the Yonsei, because we value that very much.
And also, one of the things that we would like to do for GSA, all three of us, either like Claire and I are current members, and Tom is actually formerly a member. This is what we would like to do, creating positions in GSA. Having been part of GSA, we understand that when you get recruited as members, you're kind of like, yeah, this is a student association, but what do you really do in there? And then people expect you to sometimes go and book rooms, or you have to go print something and put up posters or plan events, etc. So we think that every one of us, having, since we are in professional school, we all probably have professional skills that we are good at and that we would like to focus on. Therefore, we would like to create positions that people can apply directly to, and we'll let them know what are the needs of the position. For example, Ruth has always been designing our posters and all kinds of stuff that we put on social media. So this could be an actual position that people who are interested in design can just apply to and focus on that. And for example, Hajar over there, she's in charge of sports together with Aryan. And we can have a sports director, and their main job, when they come in, they know that they will be conducting these things for the students. And obviously, they would all still be part of a bigger GSA family, but having all these specific roles, there is less overlapping of responsibilities, and can make sure that we fill all these roles with able people. And one of the unique things that we would like to have is a translator. I understand that if you look at us now, and you would think that there is no Korean speaker here. But we feel that for executive leadership, obviously leadership ability is a lot more important than language skills. Claire and I both speak Korean to a certain extent, and we have managed fine thus far in our lives in Korea. And we would specifically like to recruit, say, a Korean-speaking student, can be Korean, can be a Kyopo, whoever who can speak Korean and English well, and they can be in charge of that, because the reality of things is that today in GSA, we do have first semester Korean members who have to take on this role because there's a lack of Korean speaking people in certain positions in GSA, and we would like to let them know when they come in from the beginning that this is what you're going to do, and not overload them with work, because they have to help plan say a party, and then they still have to do all the callings for merchandise or etc. So this is what we would like to bring to GSA. And these are the 5 things that you can see on our postcards if you have been to our booth during any time this week. And I think we would just like to end up saying that please vote for us, and we are change, etc. Thank you.